Now, earlier in the playoff race, or for the AFC and the NFC, we have said that the Los Angeles Chargers are a team that is a sleeper team. They've got a lot of talent on both sides of the football. Brandon Staley has their defense playing at a high level, and it just hasn't been great over these last couple of weeks. And honestly, I feel like this team, despite their sleeper tendencies or the tendency to be slept on, because they're a very good team, I think they are not so far away from being very big contenders in the AFC West. In fact, I think they're a lot closer than a lot of people think. I think one thing needs to be said about the Chargers that, especially moving forward, as it pertains to right now throughout the rest of the playoff race and everything going on, they need to regroup. They absolutely need to regroup right now, because you are coming off two losses, the first being now a tough loss against the Chiefs, 34-28. That was honestly one of the best games I think I've seen in a long time. Like, honestly, you saw the Chiefs and the Chargers go at it. Like, those two are going to go at it for years for the division. I honestly feel like it's going to be a lot of fun to watch for years because you got Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes, two of the best young quarterbacks in the NFL. Well, Patrick Mahomes and then Justin Herbert slowly coming up for him. But honestly, what I think it comes down to is you've got two of the better teams in one division in the entire NFL, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch for years to come. But then the Chargers came up with a loss to the Houston Texans, 41-29. Now, cards on the table, the Texans did kind of just play a game out of their mind. Like, I honestly don't know how that kind of happened, but I will also say that at the end of the day, this is the NFL. It is any given Sunday. Anything can go, and I think, but you got to be ready for anybody. I mean, every game is essentially a trap game. Like, it really is, whether it's a good team or a bad team, a quote unquote, if you will, because this is the NFL. Those athletes on the other side of the field are paid to, play the game as well. And I think the Chargers, I don't necessarily know if they slept on the Texans, but they clearly didn't go out and execute the way they wanted to, especially defensively. But hey, also the Texans might have something in Davis Mills. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens moving forward. Now, the last two games of the season for the Chargers, you've got the Broncos and you've got the Raiders. Now, they lost to the Broncos earlier in the season, 28-13, I believe, which was a shocker to say the least. Then you also got a game against the Raiders, and I do think the Raiders are a tough team. This could potentially be for that second playoff spot because when you look at the playoff picture moving forward, and actually we'll bring it up right here. You've got both the Chargers and the Raiders on the bubble. That'll be really interesting to see how things finish up there because you've got two 8-7 teams in the same division, and now you have the Dolphins that have somehow leapfrogged their way into being in that 7th seed. Now, I mean, the Dolphins have earned it though. 1-7 straight. They are looking fantastic right now. And I'm really excited to see what they do moving forward throughout the rest of the season. But I do think that the rest of this AFC race is going to be pretty tough. But again, I think it really does come down to these last two games for the Chargers. You talk about, again, we'll bring it right back here for you guys, talking about the games against the Broncos and the Raiders. I think you need to crush all hopes for the Broncos, and then finally, if they want to, if they want to be in the playoffs, they got to beat the Raiders. And the Raiders, moving forward, will have a tough go of it as well. But because they do play the Colts next, so it is going to be very interesting moving forward, but I do think now is the time to regroup. Yeah, I mean, the Chargers need to really get back on track here, and if they want to do it, they got to beat two in-conference or at least in-division teams, and I think it makes for interesting. I love this kind of football. I love the end of the year. It comes down to beating your division rivals. Like, that's what football's supposed to be about. And honestly, the Broncos, I don't know. You never really know what to expect for the Broncos. I honestly feel like they're a franchise quarterback away from being like scary, like really scary, but it is what it is at this point. And then again, the Raiders are they're inconsistent at times, but they are a tough team. Like, they've got so many pieces on that team. I think if they get the right head coach, I mean, they're gonna win the AFC. I think they have a chance to win the AFC West and the AFC for that matter because they've got so much talent on that team that just, I don't know. And I don't think you have to get rid of Derek Carr, by the way, either too. So and then we'll just give you one more last look here at the playoff race here because I do think that is worth mentioning. This is so close. Like, take this out for size. In the NFC, 5 teams have made it into the playoffs. Like, they have, sealed their fate in the playoffs. 2 spots are currently up for grabs in the NFC, and you got the AFC. Currently, only the Chiefs have secured a spot. So there are 6 slots open. This is going to be a wild finish for the AFC, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun moving forward. So I think definitely moving forward, the attitude is especially for the Chargers, is it's time to regroup. It's time to get things back on track because this is going to be for a wild finish. And I do think that if the Chargers want to make any noise, they've got to get their heads together. They've got to regroup. And I think again, it does come down to the fact that these 2 last games are against division rivals. You got to take care of business against your rivals, especially for whatever is the tiebreakers, everything. Like, this is it. The Los Angeles Chargers have to regroup. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome, and we love every single one of you. Check out our website at sportsbreedpodcast.com. Also in the description down below, you find all of our social media platforms. So give us a like and a follow there. We would greatly appreciate it. Also in the description, you'll find our link to our iTunes. Give us a listen and sub. And finally, if you have anything you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about the Los Angeles Chargers needing to regroup.